Work this thing, but apparently.
Now, what class is this again?
History of journalism.
Oh, history? Okay.
What's
Yeah.
your specialty for Thanksgiving? You do a little special dressing or a salad
Okay.
or a...
So when Popo was gone in war,
Yeah, he was in the Japanese. Well, he wasn't in the war. He was in
Well,
the
when he was-
occupation
Good.
service.
when he was over there,
22 months.
22 months, did y'all get your news, like, I mean, y'all listened to stuff about the war, right?
Yeah,
Did y'all listen to it on the radio?
I guess we did. We probably have a little radio.
Right.
We sure didn't have any news from Japan.
No, like, newspaper or anything like that?
It was in the newspaper, I'm sure it was. I think Brownfield News, the man that first owned it may still be there. I don't know. Don't know much about Brownfield anymore.
Right.
We lived out here. What year did we come out here? 55?
53.
50. Oh yeah, into this house.
Into this house in 1953. Wow.
Well, we had to live somewhere.
That's
It's been a pretty good place to call
it's
home,
been a pretty
huh?
good place.
Well, it was being built, and the lady that helped with the inside, she came up to me and whispered. She said, "I didn't pick this rug. It was lemon yellow. This whole house." I said, "It doesn't matter. I was here with all of the kids and Mama and anybody else that wanted to stop by, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
I've been here ever since.
Ever since. So, how, like you said, you listened on the radio to certain news things, but that's changed a lot since then.
Oh goodness, yes, and I imagine that they'll tear up the sidewalks because the trucks are just piling through here for Lovington. It's a big oil patch over
Yeah.
there, and when they first drilling wells, the 3 or 4 ranchers are still here, and they had the right of way. Now we don't anymore. I mean, they can come in and move your house out or tear up your road. We've got a big sign out there that says, "Please no oil-filled trucks on this road," so they won't get into the welling. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's about it.
How did, whenever you were younger about the news, you read the newspaper about the news and you listened to the radio, but TV came along later, so it was easier for you to get the news?
I don't know.
You said when you were younger, you didn't really get the news because you didn't have a radio, right? Because y'all moved around so much, y'all just left stuff?
Yeah, we just, I mean, he could always hear it downtown. you
Right.
know. So, after he'd gone into the oil business, why, he could hear it anywhere that it was going, you know.
Uh-huh. So then would he just tell y'all what was going on, or was
I don't know.
what was going on just not that important?
It wasn't then. I had too many at home. They had to, no, not them. Their dad, he had to sleep with Jeroboam.
Oh,
In
really?
this little house down there,
Uh-huh.
and they were in one room, one bed.
Funny.
And then Joetta and Joyce was in a bed. Jana, I wonder where Jana was.
How funny.
She was here. We were all here. So, well, what else do you want?
Okay, do you know where your grandparents were from?
Yeah,
Where were they from?
Scotland and Ireland.
Scotland and Ireland?
They left there because of the of the potato farm.
potato famine?
Potato. What would you call it?
Famine.
Yeah. That's why they
Okay.
left.
Do you know around what time? I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but
Russell might.
You would have been born.
'Cause they
It would have
left-
been at the turn of the century.
But see, they lived probably in Tennessee.
in Tennessee.
They come off the coast and in. Why they chose Tennessee,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't have any recollection of. I have some things written, but I don't know what box they're in.
Do you know, so your parents were both born in Kansas? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we were all born in
So y'all were
Kansas.
all born in Kansas? So then your grandparents moved to Kansas before your parents were born?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what was your favorite place out of the 21 places you lived? Or what was your favorite growing up?
Oh, my favorite. Ooh, Sheridan, Wyoming.
Wyoming? Okay. Why was it your favorite?
Why? Well, it's a beautiful place, and I had a job in Woolworths. my social security card says Sharon, Wyoming.
Ah, very cool.
That's interesting.
At Woolworths. Okay, what else?
I had one more question on the tip of my tongue. Oh, you've told me a funny story before about how one time you went on a date and you came home and y'all were moving.
Oh yeah, and we had 2 dogs too.
Tell that story so I
2
can get it
dogs
on
and a cat that was going to have kittens, and she did
Oh gosh,
in the car
in the car.
with 2 dogs.
Tell that story so I can get it on camera. The whole story.
About moving, you mean?
About going on the date and then having to move.
Oh, we lived in Brownfield, I guess. And they lived in an apartment upstairs. And I was of an age that I could stay out as late as I wanted to. But we parked by the apartment, and they were loading the car. And I said, I can't. I'm a senior. I'm going to graduate here. Jeanette, we're moving to Wyoming. You can't. So I moved to Wyoming. And I graduated. And I have a sweater that says Newcastle. That's where I moved to, Newcastle, Wyoming.
Newcastle, Wyoming. How interesting. That was always a funny story that you would tell us. You were just going on a date and then you came home and couldn't
Well,
even
see,
tell them bye.
By then, I was big enough and old enough that I did pretty much as I pleased. And I didn't like the name Margaret Jeanette. So I was going to school in Borger, well, I changed it to Jerry.
Do you know what time, like, how old were you? Do you remember?
18.
18?
And so then when they called my name to get graduated and they said Margaret Jeanette, nobody knew who it was. And there was a boy that had gone by the name Butch or something, and they didn't know his name either. So he had to stand up too. So, and as far as I know, in the last reunion, which was this last summer, and I didn't get to go, but there was just 2 of us still left in the graduating class.
Wow. So you graduated when you were 18 from
Or 19.
18 and 19
Yeah,
from Newcastle
from
Newcastle High School
Wyoming.
in Newcastle, Wyoming.
Mhm.
What time is it?
5 o'clock.
Okay, Mimi, I think I have everything I need. Pretty much, just
Well, there's lots of towns there that it wouldn't do any good to read to know, because
Right.
there's too many of them, and it wouldn't be for good stuff. I mean,
right. Well, I think I have some good stories, and my professor will really like to see this video. He'll laugh. So,
Let me take a picture. Smile at me. Just smile. That's a good one.
I bet it is.